Let's explore the astrology for the week of February 2nd, 2025. I'm Ever Curdy. Welcome to my channel. I want to talk about what is going on astrologically this week. So the very first thing going on is that on February 3rd, we have Mercury coming into a trine with Jupiter. This is the small mind Mercury and the larger, more expansive, more philosophical mind Jupiter coming into a harmonious conversation. When these two planets meet up, it brings about optimism and good news. Good things are pouring into our lives now. We're feeling more optimistic. We're feeling more hopeful about life. It's good to make plans for the future because of our positive mindset and good instincts at this time. So our mindset's positive and our instincts are very much on point. This is good for long distance travel as well. It's good to explore religion, law, language, and philosophy. An area of interest at this time, which would be philosophy. It's good for entering into negotiations and signing contracts as well. Good luck increases your joy and satisfaction. It's important to evaluate if your ambitions align with what your true self wants. Are your ambitions purely through your ego, through your embedded bases, to your imbued bases, or are they aligned with your true self? That is what needs to be taken into consideration, is that these things feel good to me on a soul level. This is good for intellectual pursuits. Integrating information in a way that is nourishing to your soul is also very important as well. And you may be overextending yourself at this time, overdoing it, whatever it is. So it's important to draw those healthy boundaries of not overindulging and not overdoing it. Um, do not promise more than you can deliver because there's this optimistic surge of energy where you can promise so much, but in the end, you can't materialistically, substantially deliver it. So don't become overly optimistic. Remain realistic as much as you can. The journey of your goals is just as important as the destination. It's not just the prize at the end. It's not just the fact that you climb that mountain and you achieve that goals. It's about the process of achieving and attaining the goals. That's also needing to be taken into consideration here. You may be wanting to foster a more supportive community as well. Now, on February 4th, Venus will enter Aries and it will be in shadow, pre-retrograde shadow, because Venus is going to retrograde March 1st through April 12th of this year in Aries and Pisces. So Venus is in Aries from February 4th up until March 27th when it retrogrades back into Pisces, and then it re-enters Aries again on April 30th, and it stays there until June 6th when it enters Taurus later on in the year. So, this is a time where love is both spontaneous and direct. You want to be upfront in your love. You want to put your values on the table. You want to go after love that feels right to you. That's ultimately what this Venus and Aries transit in can really guide us into choosing a love and relationship that resonates with us, that feels courageous, that feels bold, that feels strong. And that's something very important to keep in mind in strings. So we're bold and patient when it comes to matters of the heart. We're also present moment and oriented in love. We're also feeling this need to be present moment aware in love. Aries is about the chase, and Venus is about love. So we're not afraid to make the first move, not afraid to meet that person where they are. Desires are expressed enthusiastically and directly. Aries, the thing about Aries energy is it's not afraid to say it like it is. It's very blunt. It's very truthful. It's very rings with truth in its essence. So we want to speak to the people that we're in relationships with truth, with directness at this time, and not be afraid to do that. We may be impulsive with money and entertainment sources. We may pursue what we're passionate about, what lights us up. What are you passionate about? What really gets you going in the morning? What really motivates you to live another day? That's the kind of thing that is for you to be passionate about, for you to go after during this transit. This is a time to step boldly into the present moment. This is about putting our energy into things and getting tired of them quickly. We need stimulation, we need constant excitement and all those kind of things. When something dies out, we want to light a fire in another area of forest. This is about going after the relationships that we personally want, feeling empowerment, feeling empowered in love. That's the kind of thing that we're really seeking, is to feel very much in the state of power of love, passionate and the desire to take initiative in love. Asserting ourselves in relationship is also very, very important. Taking charge of matters of the heart we want to pursue is also something very, very, very important at this time. So moving on to February 7th. So the very, very first aspect going on is that we have Venus sextile Pluto. So with Venus sextile Pluto, this deepens our love on an intense level. It really, really does, in very, very intense kind of ways. Um, this is about sharing the world with someone special, really, really having that deep soul partnership in Basin. We may become obsessed with something or someone at this time. We may be hanging around with friends that will meet our need to connect. We're feeling a need for deep connection at this time, basically. It's important to be willing to feel our intense feelings as well. Bring awareness to our healing and growth. It's important to be self-aware, address any unresolved issues in relationship, not burying them under the carpet, but addressing them and making them very, very bold and upfront, and making them very, very crucial for us to look at. Heal and strengthen our connections is also very, very important this time. An existing relationship can evolve to a more profound and spiritual level at this point in time. Superficiality may start, forming deep, non superficial connections is what we're after. And privacy may be concerned now. The next aspect that we're going to talk about is the Sun sextile Chiron. And so the Sun sextiling Chiron, the wounded healer, this is all about losses, trauma, and insecurities, having the desire to work through these things, work through our wounds. This is a time to just be yourself. It's better to try to act to someone that we are not, as the case may be. Show the world your unique perspective as well. Feel, heal, and transform your wounds. Step into personal power with confidence. Be really, really get huge surge of power. Integrate the past into the present moment as well. This is time to really, really consider doing that. And then take past wounds as sources of personal growth. Now, on February 8th, we have Mercury sextiling Chiron. So with Mercury sextile Chiron, Mercury is in Aquarius, sextile Chiron in Aries at around 19 degrees of Aquarius in Aries. This is time to draw attention to wounds impacting those around you to make them conscious, not hidden. Articulating your perspective out to the world, work through past wounds also. This is a time to go introspective, have compassion for yourself and others, offer help and support. Use your words to build bridges rather than walls that separate yourself from others. This is time to approach conversations with empathy and kindness and question anything that hinders your growth. The oracle cards that I chose for this week are from the Sacred Traveler Oracle by Denise Lynn. And the first card that I chose is the card Wandering Path, Enjoy the Journey. And the second card is Great Adventure, Take a Risk, Venture Forward. So this is really about embracing the path that you were meant to go down, really going on that path very boldly, finding acceptance in the path that you were meant to go down in your life, taking chances, taking risks. Don't live a life where at the end of it you regret what you didn't do rather than what you did do. So it's important to live your life to the fullest and take those chances, take those risks that you want to take this week. It's important to push yourself beyond your limitations and boundaries. If you do this, life will feel much more rewarding and so much more meaningful to you. So that is your astrology and oracle card readings for the week of February 2nd. Bye for now, everybody. I'll see you next week.